Seattle, Washington, home to renowned franchises present and past, from the Seahawks to the Supersonics. There is a cornerstone program in this city. It is the Huskies of UW. They've always had a place here, a place of excellence that these fans hope will continue today. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get the corner. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Clark. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Washington's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Right back to him on the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Yeah, just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Williams will pass. Right on the money. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
We know this quarterback has a ton of speed, and they were able to have success on that jet sweep play. Maybe down the road you might see the quarterback pull the football, keep it himself, and really keep this defense on their heels.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. He now has 80 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. Johnson wants to throw it. Floats it out in space. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Going to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? They'll run the toss. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
Well, they go with a toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They want to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch.
Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Steps away. Finding an escape route. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual-threat quarterback, because in the previous play, he hurt you with his arm, and then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it, because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires on the move. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Offense never had a chance. A 3rd down sack forces the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide
open. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking downfield on 1st down. Still on his feet. Going to try to get it himself. Open space at the 25. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of all plays. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here?
Turning it on! He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Johnson wants to throw it. Now improvising. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll ride his man on the option. Rides the back on the option, the give. Turns it on at midfield. All kinds of room to the right. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Pocket breaking down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. They'll go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. Gets it past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. They'll go to the ground. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first two fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Trying to do it on the ground. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And I tell you what, if you told them they were going to be 3 for 3 now on fourth downs, they'd have said yes, please, and that's why they're winning the game right now. You get an extra down so often, you have so much success. This offense is cooking, especially on fourth down.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Buys a little time. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It's a draw. Still on his feet at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Williams will pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Lawson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back.
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Now on the option. Quick toss. Inside the 30. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run the option. The pitch. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Bringing the heat. Washington wants to go quickly. They'll go to work in the air on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Now this offense is back on the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes.
It's a running room. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the...
Looking for the end zone. He bangs his way in for the score. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Williams will pass. A little release to the back. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's complete to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A third down try for the offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Using his legs to buy some time. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the option. He'll toss it. One more play to pad the stats. On the option. Now the toss. Space. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much.